Hi you guys, welcome back, and if you're new here, my name is Noemi and today I'm going to show you around in our kids play slash homeschool room. I'm going to show you everything what's in the boxes and how we organize that. Our goal was with this room to have a space for my boys that they can get creative and they can have friends coming over and they kind of sort of can hang out and they can do their things in this room. So it's sort of like almost like a second living room, but it's mainly for the kids. So as we enter to the room, this is what we have here, a big white board, and it was a super cheap one because that's supposed to be something that goes on behind the furniture if you make a furniture. So it was like $20 or something like that at Lowe's or Home Depot. I think they both have it, and they perfectly works as a whiteboard. So if I close the door, you can see more, but it's a pretty good size, and my kids love drawing on this one. And as we come to this side, this is where we have all the boxes. So mainly these are the projects and board games that we use for either just for fun or homeschooling. These ones are really fun, and I use lots of these for our homeschooling thing. It's kind of like it has a brain teaser in there, all sorts of things that the kids can play together, so I wanted to keep it done here. And also this is where I keep those games that we use to learn, and I really love this game. This is how we learn the fractations. And I also like to keep here our future projects, and this is one of them. They got this for Christmas, and this is a paper model that we're going to put together. So this is gonna be for one of our projects. And now I'm going to share with you guys what was in this big box. So this was in the big box, you guys. We ordered a little couch for our boys. And the reason why we wanted a couch here, because as I said, our purpose was to have a hangout space for my boys with their friends. And this is a perfect size. So I did a really good research on that because we wanted to have something smaller one that doesn't overwhelm our room, because this is a small room after all. And also it's a futon, so we can convert it into a sleeping space. So once they have a sleepover with their friends, we got an extra space where they can sleep. And also underneath we have some Legos that we are currently going through. These are just the regular Legos. So we're going to find all those sets that are blended in there. And there's a store nearby us that is selling used Legos. So that way it's worth more to sell them. And these are the sets that my boys are not using anymore because they are more into the kinetic Legos. And also this is how we buy our Legos. It's used and it's much cheaper that way, but those are a full set. So this would be the mystery box. And I'm also taking my time to figuring out some kind of decoration up there just to warm it up a little. And as we turn to the left side, I put this little table here with 2 extra chairs, and a reason and a purpose for that is to keep a board game out here all the time, and that way it's ready to use. So they are more stimulated that way to play with the board game actually, because it's right there. It's kind of drawing you there to go and play with that. So I really like this setup here. And even when they were little, I used to have station for them, and that worked out so well because once they got bored with something, they just moved on to the next project, and this is the purpose for that. So this would be more like a reading corner, and this would be the board game area. And on this side, this is where all the craft and homeschooling is happening. Sometimes we do more homeschooling at the dining table, or sometimes we just leave the house and we do the learning outside of the home. But if we do some kind of paperwork, this is where it's happening. And also they do a lot of other kind of things like crafts and Legos and train things. So these are all here on this table. So this little boxes holds more card games and this type of things that they can play with. And all the rest of them, it's kind of like their treasure, like little box and piggy bank and scissors. This one has cards in there, and here are some projects that just are left halfway done. I have some empty ones, and the reason for that, because I wanted this section for them as an area where they can set aside their project that they're working on. So in that case, they don't have to shovel everything back into this drawer, but rather they can just set aside what they are working on. And I have some art supply here, and in this box I've got some art supplies, and that is some paints, and I really love this cool stuff. It's kind of like it's give you the shapes for the cars, and it has a little battery in there. So basically this can train them how to draw those lines, and probably I have to change the batteries in there, but all you have to do is just put a paper on, and on the top of that you just put this whatever design car you pick, and they can just draw over it because the lights go through on the paper. So this is an amazing thing. They don't use this much anymore, but I still going to keep it because once in a while they still like to play with that, and I think it's a really good find. So in this white box we just keep all the Nerf gun supply that they have, and in this white box we got a remote control car, and this is for indoor because we got more of that, but it's sort of more like an outside toy. And I got 2 board games up there because they weren't able to fit on those boxes. And so this is the area I wanted to have the most easy access, so they got the paper right here. They can just grab whatever they need. So in this 2 binder I just keep the daily task that they have to do, so that they don't get overwhelmed, but they just rather to see what they have to do and get done that day. And also I have some books that we use, but mainly we rely on the library. So this is ours, and I really want to point out this one, you guys. This is amazing. It's called The Worldly Wise, and the reason I love this because it explains the words, the meaning of the words, and then asking questions about it, and they put it in the sentence, and there's an other angle that they get around to make sure that you got a good understanding, and then they put it in the story, then they ask a question. So that way my boys can learn the meaning of the words so well and in the depth. So I really loved this word device. And also, so we have all the arts up here, and I put some plants here because they are cleaning the air for them. And this is where we have all the pencils and markers, all the important things that they need for their art. So this 3 box up here, it completely reflects my older one interest, and these are trains and scale trains. Also he is into architect design, so we got 2 boxes of this little mini Legos. So they are not the same size as the average Lego, they are very tiny, and he's got his tools in here and more of the train remote controls and some memory balls. We did this together, so he really treasures this one and some things that they are made. And we have some little cars that they still want to keep, and this is a architect modeling papers. So we will do this together as a homeschool session. So in this area we like to display their drawings, so that way they will keep inspired to create more. And I have Max's drawing there. So in this area for us, the main goal was to have the easiest way to maintenance, so it wouldn't be a huge daunting on my boys to clean it up, but also I wanted to give them more space where they can do a bunch of things that they love to do. So these are the things that we keep in this room, but we also have lots of books that we bring out from the library, but those are we keeping in their bedroom, so that's why you don't see those books here. So this is the door where we enter, and there's the boards and the shelf and the couch and then the board game area. And as I turn around, this is where we have the craft area. So this is actually the view that I'm getting from if I sit on the couch. It actually seems really big that way. So this is not a huge room, but yet it gives you the feeling it's big because the eyes can go far away up there on the wall. And also this couch is not big, so it's definitely a perfect size for us.
Ooh.
Do you guys like it?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be a good hangout place for you guys and for your friends? Good. Is it comfortable?
Yes.
Little bit hard, huh? Isn't it? But it's still fun, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!